In this video, you will learn how to form the possessive case using pronouns. These are the possessive case pronouns. All of them take both singular and plural forms and have first, second, and third person forms. First person singular is mine. First person plural is ours. Second person singular and plural is yours. And third person singular is his, hers, its. Third person plural is theirs. Please note that no apostrophe is used with possessive pronouns because by definition they already show ownership. We add an apostrophe s to nouns that we want to make possessive because those words aren't already possessive. But because these words are already possessive, we don't need to add any apostrophe. Be careful not to confuse possessive pronouns or adjectives with contractions that sound the same. These are some of the most common errors that appear in student writing. The possessive forms, whose, W-H-O-S-E, turn is next, compared to whose, apostrophe S, who is next. Listen to its, per, compared to IT, apostrophe S, it is purring. Your report is late versus you are late. Their pets are healthy compared to their, apostrophe R-E, they are healthy. And the CD player is theirs versus theirs, there is the CD player. When you're writing, it's a good idea to always pause whenever you're writing one of these words and double check. The best way to do it is to make a mental note to translate the word into its non-contraction form. If it's the contraction you want, then you know you need an apostrophe. It's the possessive you want, then you know you don't. Forming the possessive of indefinite pronouns. The only types of pronouns that don't take an apostrophe s are possessive pronouns. When we want to form the plural of indefinite pronouns, we have to add an apostrophe s just like we do with nouns. So examples, everyone's grandparents may attend graduation. Everyone is the indefinite pronoun, so we add an apostrophe s. One's attitude affects one's success. One is the indefinite pronoun, so we add an apostrophe s. And it was anybody's game. Anybody is the indefinite pronoun. To form the possessive, we add an apostrophe s. To form compound possessives, there are a couple of rules you need to pay attention to. When both people own the object, you only add an apostrophe s to the last noun. So here's an example. Bob and Jim's canoe was the strongest. The canoe belongs to both Bob and Jim, so we only add the apostrophe s to Jim. We don't say Bob's and Jim's canoe. When they both own it, we only have to add it to the last noun. However, when the possessive pronoun is part of a compound, both words must take the possessive form. For example, Sean's and her conversation ended abruptly. Here I have the possessive adjective her, but because I'm using the adjective here, the pronoun, I have to add an apostrophe s to Sean's. I wouldn't say Sean and her conversation ended abruptly because it's not clear from the pronoun itself that I'm forming a possessive. Forming possessives with gerunds. As you know, a gerund is a word that ends in ing, so it looks like it's a verb, but it's actually functioning as a noun. When you are showing the possessive with a gerund, you use the possessive adjective form. So the gerund, his playing has improved. Playing is functioning as a noun here. It is the subject of a sentence. When I want to show ownership of playing, I add the possessive adjective in front of it, his playing. The participle, if you remember, is a word that ends in ing or ed, so again it looks like a verb, but it's actually functioning as an adjective. We heard him playing in the auditorium. Here I have to use the regular object case pronoun. We heard him because it's functioning as the direct object. What did we hear? We heard him. Playing in the auditorium is a participial phrase that describes him. Now it's a good time to pause the video and do these practice sentences. When you're finished, you should resume playing to check your answers. In this exercise, you are choosing the form of the pronoun that correctly completes each of the following sentences. Number 1, theirs was purchased by their mother. Do I want to say there is was purchased? Absolutely not. I also have to remember that when I want a possessive pronoun, I do not use the apostrophe S, so the correct form is theirs without an apostrophe. Number 2, blank running the store during my absence is a good idea. So I have to look at what running is. In this sentence, running is a gerund. It's the subject of the sentence. So since it's a gerund, I want to take the possessive adjective his. Blank only, it's only 1 mile from my house to yours. So try the contraction test. Take it out of the contraction. It is only 1 mile from my house to yours. So if I want to say it is, I use the apostrophe S. It's only 1 mile from my house to yours. Try the test again. It's only 1 mile from my house to your is. Incorrect. So I want the form without the apostrophe. Number 4, the golf clubs in the attic are ours. I want the one that ends in S because I don't want the adjective forming with the pronoun. Since I'm looking for the possessive pronoun, I want the one without the apostrophe. And number 5, Mom's and blank decision was wise. Since decision is a noun, I'm looking for the adjective here, which means I don't want either of the ones that end in S. So I'll try the contraction test. Mom's and you are decision was wise. Incorrect. Therefore, I want the possessive pronoun your, Y-O-U-R.